Yo, the real True Fathers back at you, back with you, man. I hope y'all having a blessed day. I always keep it real. Take care of your kids, man. Have fun with them. Do your thing. And praise the Lord. Look, we got another video. I did a raw video because I didn't have time and everything. I had to get out and do something. But I did a raw video with Charlotte, Mecklenburg Police Department. How they do down there and how it's going. I mean, if you catch somebody doing something in a police department and everything, how many officers do you believe would tell on them on the fellow officer and say something? Or even if they see it with their eyes, they playing like they ain't gonna see it, but they see it with their own eyes and really don't do nothing until a civilian force them to do something. I mean, you got to understand that if people do things, it's for a reason. Maybe they got especially if they steal. Maybe they got a mortgage payment due, or they done went over on they done got a vehicle that costs more than what they, you know what I mean, and what they're making. Now, a lot of people say uh there's not a lot of officers out there doing things, and they just I believe in my mind that they just don't get caught. I mean, how many people that you seen stole one time? It's not that many. You know what I'm saying? Maybe one if they get caught right, and soon as they do the first stealing, maybe they'll stop. You know what I mean? Especially if they get in jail, they go to jail or something. Maybe they'll stop. But if they continue to get away with it and get away with it, they feel like, and it's a rush. So they feel like nothing that's gonna happen to them because I'm study doing it now and I'm not getting in trouble. You got to understand that I feel that if officers supposed to be held to a higher above us, then they supposed to do right. I mean, they got to have that heart and that drive, like when they first come into the uh, precinct. When they first come in and everything, they rookie. They don't want to. They probation period. They don't want to get in trouble. But once they start been there so long and they see they ways that they can maneuver to get money or drugs, or you got to understand they come into contact with these things every day on a normal basis. So you study seeing it, it started coming into evidence, and study you got to take it, to evidence. You got to do this and everything. Some people can't be trusted like that. I don't care if they're officer or not. I mean, they was people before they even put on a uniform. They was normal human beings. So I'm gonna let y'all look at this and everything. Y'all come with y'all conclusions. But I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna stop and talk a little bit when they get to a certain part that I feel like uh the officers that was around them let this go on. And I mean they actually seen it and they still trying to blame the citizen for him noticing that his money was getting stolen. And let's get it real. The primary officer, the one that's in on the motorcycle now, is Officer Lax. That's the primary. Secondary officer are being soon. You'll see him pull up in the car. Officer Lex is on the motorcycle. The secondary is coming here shortly, and he's in a vehicle. I don't think it's his first time. Y'all be the judge. Y'all believe in the comments and leave in the comments below and let me know. Do you think this officer first time and how old he is and how long he been on duty? how long we been there, or in other precincts and other departments. Because if they bad like this, they go to several departments. They always get fired or they resign. The chief tell them resign so you can go to another one. We get the same thing that we have to deal with every day. There you go. Reason they pulling him out because he have a federal warrant. I don't know what it's about. I'm gonna look it up and try to find out for y'all. But he have a federal warrant that he need to go take care of. Y'all start paying attention to the secondary officer Chapman, which this is him here. Start paying attention to him. And you see, you got a stack of hundreds. Now he telling him, the driver is telling the officer to give his property over to his brother or whoever this is. I'm gonna find out who it is. But he's telling him to give his property over, which I don't see no harm in that. That's his family member, his brother or whatever. But if he's willing to give it over to him, why not? There's already something on his mind, Officer Chapman, the secondary, the backup. It's already on his mind what he finna do. And it can alter his whole life and he still doesn't care. Take no. No, it don't make sense. You didn't hear that rubber being popped. Ray Charles can hear that, man. And I'm pretty sure he can see. And when your perception is gone, one perception make your other senses go up. And I mean, you can clearly hear it. Even the officer. If he's right beside the officer, this lady officer, why she didn't hear that? She's trying to distract him. You know what's going on. These guys work with each other. I don't care who you is in the department. It ain't that big. They work with each other. They know their fellow officers. They know what type of person they is. They know they probably went out. Some of them went out and ate with their families. They know each one of them. They play crazy, but they're not. When he asked for her to look into it, that's they investigate us so much. Why can't they get investigated? So what that mean? If how much money you had on you? So that mean if you don't count your money before an officer stop you, that means it doesn't exist. I don't see the logic. Leave in the comments and tell me, do you see the logic? Because everybody do not count their money at random acts, random times. I mean, you might not know all the way to the, especially if you got this type of denomination. You're not gonna count it all the time because you going and buy stuff, this and that and everything. At that point in time, you get in the car, you gone, and you just bought something. You don't know exact amount. See, they can use this against him if he say how much he had on, and it's not the right amount that she's counting or whatever. They can use against him as well. Mhm. Now at this time, I want y'all to watch the one sitting in the car, the secondary officer, Officer Chapman. Watch him at all times. You can hear, you can talk, you can listen to him and her, but watch him. Watch his hand movements. They called it. Man, listen, if we was in a car or something and everything, they'll say that oh we have a gun or something or we tucking something. Watch him. So what is he tucking? His face. Guilt. And the officer looking dead in his face. And she see it. She don't know what to do. I think she's a corporate or something. So she can take action. The sergeant know how to take action. She can take action herself. Do you think she is? Now the sergeant, look at his face. He looking dead at him while he's doing this. Come on now. Like I say, Ray Charles can see this. He, the sergeant, Sergeant Morris, is looking dead at him while he's stuffing. You can say whatever you want to say, but in my opinion, that's what he's looking at. That's what he's seeing. They have so much camaraderie that this is disgusting, man. If I was the officer, I'd pull him up out of there. If I was the sergeant, I'd pull him right. I'd have been pulled him out. And I said, let me check your unit, and let me make sure for me. Let me make sure because I don't want this to come back on me. I'm the sergeant. He he's doing it now. Yeah, you can see his hand tucking that money in that side that door in the door holder. You can see him tucking his money. Yeah, you can see him, but you won't say nothing. Not right now. So when he step out, he straddled the door, closed the door, straddled it, make sure that I ain't gonna let him look in this door. I'm not gonna let him look in this door. My criminal radar would have went off then and said, "Hold on, move out the way. Move out the way. Let me check this. Let me check your unit. You hiding something." Oh, Yes, both of them. I don't care what you say. He done this before, and they know it. He trying to get so many excuses to help this outside our partners. Sergeant, Sergeant Morris, he's finna step in. He's finna do what's right. Now, I commend him for doing what's right. It might not seem a lot to people and everything, but what he's finna discover could be a mortgage from your kids, or your kids not eating, or a mortgage for your house. The kids don't have a roof over your head. So I commend Sergeant Morris for what he's about to do. That different snuff on the job. Instead of reaching back and forth in that car. It's supposed to be an investigation right now. Man, money miss. Because the money in the car. Want you to see everything in his pocket because the money in the car. This is a real thief, man. This is a real thief. And he stop it right here. You can go to my channel and everything. I'm gonna show you the end of it. But you can go anywhere to find it. But I'm gonna show you the end of it on my channel because I think everybody needs to understand if it's millions out there that haven't seen it, they need to see it. So I'm stopping here and I'm finna do another part to it. So y'all have a blessed day, man. And peace. Thank y'all for being here with me and enjoying. And I enjoy y'all every time. And believe me, every time I get to come out and talk to y'all, I'm happy. I'm blessed. I get to see y'all. I mean, because if it weren't for y'all, I wouldn't even be sitting here making a video. Period. Thank you. Playing on my toes today. I ain't doing nothing else. I ain't, these feet bad. So I'm trying to play with them, trying to make them feel better. Now, we ain't gonna talk about no feet. But listen, uh, this part, it's part three, man. And the reason I'm bringing this to you because the world need to see it. I mean, I know it's millions done seen it, but share this and put it out there, man, because you have officers like this that's out there that's known to, and through their department, they known for trouble. They known to steal. I mean, you got to imagine they taking drugs, uh, money, evidence, all that to the evidence room. Listen, fellow officers know, but that blue line, it stops them from talking, from telling the truth. That's why they wait until they get in trouble or they get fired before they tell on the whole department. But as long as they getting that government check, I call them welfare recipients. I mean, you got to understand that I'm happy for officers. I mean, I love them to a extent. To the ones that's doing bad, I don't love them and don't care for them too much. They need to be out there. They need they certificates taken. I mean, they need to be taken out of service. I mean, if you catch them once, you're gonna catch them again, and it's known fact. They don't just go. They don't just get fired somewhere and then uh, it's over with. They go to another department, a nearby town or such, and they hire them. And then next thing you know, they have a problem there with them. If you got one bad apple in a barrel, it's gonna rot in the rest of them. You might can make some wine or something. I don't know, but it's gonna rot in the whole barrel. So you got these type of officers around, good officers. Guess what they're gonna do? They feel like okay, they done seen him get away with $900, and this man might, the civilian, he might have to pay his mortgage, but he's trying to pay his mortgage with the civilian money by stealing it. I don't understand it. It just don't sound right, don't look right, and it's not right. The whole thing is pay attention on how the lady officer is really interrogating this man about his money, the civilian about his money, with the just believing the other officer can't do no wrong. And I mean, the civilian is telling him at all times that we see what's going on. Y'all see it, and I see it. Y'all heard the rubber band break, break the rubber band. I mean, y'all see him study tucking money, and they still don't want to call the officer out. I don't understand it. But let's get back with it. And let's see what else is in store for us. Here we go. Look at trying to protect. Look how fast. Look how fast Officer Chapman, the one that stole the money, is running to the door and trying to hide the sergeant from seeing where he done put the money in. I mean, why couldn't he tell? He wouldn't let us go dig up in that car and everything. Why he didn't tell him? Being the sergeant, why wouldn't he tell him? Now I commend the Sergeant Morris for because he called the higher up to ask them what to do. But common sense would have told you what to do. Check his vehicle, check his unit. He didn't want to go against the blue line, but he had to. The higher up told him check the vehicle. Now, Officer Chapman, I don't call him no officer no more. I'm calling him Chapman. Chapman ran to the door, tried to hide the door so he couldn't search his vehicle. This should already tell you something wrong. No cap, no cap. He know what's his money. Look at this. Just because you keep on calling me sir don't mean you ain't stealing nothing from me. He right. Yes, sir. This man stealing whole blue faces. But yes, it is. I guess he thought he was gonna go out tonight or something with that. Yes, you did. Why would the receipt be with the money? That man just went to Wendy's or whatever, and his receipt in the door, the receipt he had is right beside the money, wrapped up with the money. Man, I'm not an interrogator, but or no detective, but two and two is having up to fuck. Two plus two. That's bad, man. You got a whole criminal on the force. Police force. You got a whole criminal. This man, no telling what else he done did. He did it in front of the police. Man, we do something like they gonna steal 900 or $1,000 or something from Walmart or whatever and everything. You facing all kinds of criminal charges. You ain't facing no little thing or whatever. You facing some. But this man is actually stealing money from his citizens that he's sworn to protect. Man, it go louder than this. It go loud because and why is the officers is studying and they know it's wrong and they study sitting up there, they still don't want to believe it. So if they not putting handcuffs on him, then what are they doing behind closed doors? You know, they say in the department, everybody got a secret. Yes, sir. You did. Now he embarrassed. He didn't try, he did. No, it is some use. He's talking about it's no use to say all this. And he just stole in front of the camera. Tell me, bring it down. Just stole $900 from my money. You didn't tell me to bring it down. She's still protected. Real talk. Because they bagged the blue until it happened to you. 2020 vision. Hear everything. Wasn't no purpose. Thought you would lie. It is. Well, you told them everything on the ticket. Bill money. Bill money. This man stealing bill money. This is why. Well, he can't believe nothing now because of y'all stealing. I don't know if I was speeding, but let me just say this: the primary officer, the original officer, lax, went by the books. That's what you get when you have young officers versus old officers because they were stuck back in them times when they can do that when no cameras around. Now cameras is ruling the world. You get every time you walk out your house, you on cameras, or you drive, you on cameras. It's some old officers, some old I can't even call them that. Some old people, I don't know, that think that they can still get away with it. They can still steal. They can still. So you imagine this man probably been there since '80s. You can imagine, or been around since '80s on law enforcement or the early '90s. And you can imagine how much dirt he done, how much stealing he done. This ain't no this theft. This I mean, you can take it as far as what you want. You can take it. He got a gun. This can be considered as armed robbery, but they ain't gonna take it there. Official capacity and all that and everything. That's what they're gonna fire him for or something and everything. But and to do this. But I'm gonna look at it. I'm gonna try to look into it and everything. Make sure this officer is charged because he's out there doing this. He no telling how many citizens he ain't got away. They need to go all the way back on cameras. He don't even have his camera on when they doing bad when they doing stuff that they shouldn't. They don't have the cameras on, and the department do not get mad at them or discipline them for turning their cameras off or not having it on until they get in trouble or to the news or somebody like us put them out there. Real talk. It took that for you to do your job. You to call a lieutenant or a captain or the chief or whoever for you to do your job. You're a sergeant, man. Stop that. Now I done gave you praise, Sergeant Morris, but this should have been handled before he had all this. Before the citizen had to make all this ruckus to fight for his money and his civil rights, man. You can put it as civil rights. I mean, because once you're in custody, things like this shouldn't happen, but it do. Sergeant Morris saying you're a legend that he doing something. It ain't no legend to it. The camera caught it. You caught it, and you were seeing him pushing it between his legs. You know exactly. There's no legend to this, and there's no you a legend. It's crazy. I saw it, just like you, just like us, the people. We seen it. What they gonna do? That man said about 1,000. This officer just counted 900. This lady officer just counted 900, and he looked dead at him. He knew exactly what he had. He just didn't want to tell her because they was gonna use it against him. Nah, I'ma talk. I wouldn't worry about it right now. We ain't worried about that. It's gonna be retaliation. They gonna call him and his girlfriend. It's bad. It's bad. This ain't for the officer that stole the money. This is for the department. Try to cover they butts. They gonna try to talk to him, try to get him. to not say nothing, don't go to the news, don't do this and everything. But it's out here now. Look how he looking over there. Look at Officer Chapman, the one that stole the money. Look how he look, like a sick puppy. Listen, man, you got a good job. You paying your bills. Why would you? Why would you? You getting government money? You getting all the perks of being an officer to held to a high standard. But man, you at the bottom of the standard. This man been doing it before, and I'm gonna look him up. You right about that, and y'all know he is too. Nah, you would end up hurting child that. They're gonna try to protect him. His manners is so on point. His manners. I At this point I won't even let him put his hand while I'm taking off his gun. I won't even let him put his hand on his duty weapon. I won't even do it. I would have grabbed him and told him move his hand. What you doing? Don't move. I couldn't trust him. You still giving them privilege for what? That's that's crazy. He said I apologize to everyone, but the one he stole the money from. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Because why you apologizing to them, and you should be apologizing to the one you stole the money from. Feel that. Feel that. I apologize to my coworkers, but I don't apologize to the one that I stole the money from, the citizen, the one that's hurting from it. This is a disgrace, man. Dude a sucker. Dude a sucker. And I mean this in the worst way I can, because we don't need this on the streets. And it's been so many people that tell the police that don't have cameras that tell the police, y'all stole my money, or he stole my money, and they never believe him. But they caught this one on camera. He's admitting that he did. If y'all don't know, he admitting that he actually stole the money. Now, brother need anything. There's no way I walk out and leave that door and close the door. Even though he's an officer, he's a thieving officer. So if a person is still there, they'll do something else. Ain't no way he'll be locked up in a holding cell. Ain't no way. You caught him. He admitted. He basically admitted. He need to be in a room, interrogation room, like the citizen is. You're still giving him. I don't know. Yo, that's the end on this one. I want y'all to comment and tell me what y'all think. Should the officer be fired, or should his license be taken? His police license, or should they keep him? The world. I'm just one person. I mean, the only thing I can tell you my opinion. I want to hear from y'all. Y'all what makes this world go around. And like, share, and subscribe, man, so we can keep continue bring you something. I mean, it's gonna be something because I'm continuing to watch and observe and look and see what's wrong in this world. But on this note, I want to say this: no matter how many officers you have, you're gonna always have a bad one. And what I mean about bad one, I mean a lot of them. They might not get caught the first time, but they eventually get caught. There's too many cameras out here. Y'all have a blessed one and peace. Love y'all. Like, share, and subscribe, man. Real Truth.